Guys, I know this video is all over the place, but please bear with me because all we're going to be doing is talking about Twilight. Cheers! Hey guys, how you doing? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into the freaking video. Alright, so today is the fourth video of my Twilight series. Today we are going to be talking about Breaking Dawn. This is the last book of the saga, but surprise, I'm actually going to be doing 2 more Twilight videos that'll be going up next week. So stay tuned for those. But today we're going to be talking about Breaking Dawn. I do know that this was supposed to be a countdown video, and I epically failed at that because I haven't posted in a week. But I had some family things going on, so sorry about that. 2 things that I want to talk about as well. This magazine came out between the last video that I made for the series and now, so this has got everything Twilight in it. Dun da da da! Obviously Midnight Sun has come out already. I have my copy of Midnight Sun. I pre-ordered it on Amazon, so that's exciting. There's obviously going to be a video on this as soon as I finish reading this ginormous book. Yeah, I don't know when it'll be posted, but it'll be posted sometime soon. I'm a very apparently I can't speak English either. I'm a very slow reader, so bear with me on that, and it sounds like it's about to pour. And for today's snack, because we all know that this is a snack and chat, I have cake, because, you know, there's this thing called a wedding in the movie, and obviously the book. So I have some kind of vanilla cake with strawberries and some kind of chocolate cake. I don't know. I just take what I have out of my fridge and go with it. So. Oh. And today, we are not drinking out of just any ordinary cup. My glasses are falling off my face. We're going to be drinking out of a styrofoam cup today because Bella drinks out of a styrofoam cup when she's drinking blood. So I'm going to have another bite of cake and then I think we can get started. This cake's really good. At the beginning of the movie, we see Jacob running out of the house because of Bella and Edward's wedding invitation. Billy does not want him to leave, but he does anyway. And then basically Jacob goes missing because he goes in his wolf form, and everybody knows this except for Charlie. Poor Charlie. In the movie it's kind of like low-key, like no one knows where Jacob is, but in the book Charlie is like posting missing child, I don't know if it's like missing persons or missing child, because I mean we all know Jacob is a child, but he's posting like missing person signs everywhere. I feel so bad because everybody knows where he is except for Charlie. They're making Charlie look dumb over here, guys. Another thing is Jacob's dad, Billy, with Bella. In the movies, he's kind of like low-key. He knows what Edward is, but he's not really telling, like he's not really talking about it with Bella. He just kind of gives her these looks. But in the book, he straight up is like talking to her about Edward being a vampire, which I thought that was kind of strange, but I mean, you do you. Oh yeah, my shirt. Duh. Shout out to Sarah from Osborne Creations if you're in the Jacksonville area. She will make you anything for the most part. She's made a lot of shirts for me, and so you can't really see it, but you can, yeah, you can see it. So the wedding happens, and beautiful wedding, by the way. In the movie, they interpreted that very well. And we meet the other side of Edward's family, which they're not really family, but they're the only other vegetarians out there, so they kind of call them their family, but they're the Denali sisters, the Denali family. And Urena is one of them. All of the sisters are very beautiful, but Urena notices that Bella and Edward invited wolves to their wedding because obviously Bella is friends with the wolves. Urena, I don't know if you guys remember Laurent. I don't know if I mentioned Laurent in any of the other videos, but he was part of Victoria's clan type deal, even though it wasn't Victoria. I don't know whose clan it was. I forgot who they said the clan. Laurent tried to kill Bella in New Moon, and Urena was actually having a thing with Laurent. Nobody really knew about it, but somehow it got back to her that the wolves killed Laurent, and so now she's pissed because the wolves are at the wedding, so she pieces out. That is important. That is important for you to remember, is that she got pissed off and left because of the wolves. Jacob shows up at the end of the wedding, and Bella's all happy and excited now. Everything's complete now that Jacob's there. Then they start dancing and talking and whatnot, and Bella's talking about having a honeymoon. And Jacob's like, oh, it's not like you're gonna have a real one. Bella's like, yes, honey, I am. And Jacob gets super mad because he knows that it's very possible that Edward could kill her. His pack has to get him to leave because obviously he kind of low-key ruined the wedding, but not really. The honeymoon is very beautiful in the movie, and it lasts an extremely short amount of time in the movie as well. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but it's kind of short in the movie. I kind of wish they would have extended it a little more, like day by day, and added as many details as there was in the book, because in the book, the honeymoon is so long. It's like almost a month, I think, probably, maybe not a month, but it's a very long time in the book, and there's a lot of days and a lot of details, and some of it I wish they would have added in the movie. But anyway, Bella is eating chicken and she throws up while Edward's gone, and then Edward comes in, sees her throwing up, and she finds out she's late on her period, and she's like, there's literally no way I'm pregnant. And then Edward's in shock, and Alice calls her because she can see the future. She asks if everything's okay, and then Bella's like, can vampires go into shock? And then Edward gets Carlisle on the phone, and anyway, so she preggers, and everybody's freaking out because they think Bella's gonna die. Edward goes as far as to say, we'll get that thing out of you. And Bella's like, no, I don't want to. So it ruins their whole honeymoon. When they're on their way home, Bella calls Rosalie. She's like, I need your help. Now, Rosalie and Bella have never really been friends until now, because Rosalie is very jealous of Bella because Bella has a human life and she can have human babies, but she wants to become a vampire, so she's giving all that up, so Rosalie envies her for that. So Rosalie's helping Bella because Rosalie's gonna help Bella have this kid because it's what they both want, whereas Rosalie could really care less if Bella dies or not, and she just wants the baby, but Bella wants the baby. The excuse they tell Charlie is that she's sick with some kind of rare disease. Basically, the child is killing her from inside out because it's not compatible with Bella's body because it's half vampire, half human. But Bella still wants it regardless because it's Edward's kid and she's obsessed and in love with Edward, so it makes sense. Edward tries to get Jacob to talk to Bella and talk her out of it. In the movie, it's kind of like, hey, you need to talk her out of it. You guys have a connection that I'll never understand. And that kind of happens in the book as well. But Edward goes as far as to say, you need to talk her out of getting rid of this child, and you need to talk her into having a kid with you so that she can live. So it's a human baby and not a vampire baby. So Jacob talks to her. I don't think he actually says any of that in the book that I remember. I think he just says, you need to get rid of this baby. Don't do this. Please don't do this. I want you to live. Bella's like, everything's gonna be fine, because she thinks that venom is gonna save her if she's gonna die. So she basically knows she's not gonna survive this, but she thinks that vampire venom is gonna save her. Like I said, throughout this whole process, she drinks blood. I just spilled that on my shirt. Anyway, she drinks blood out of a cup, just like this. Except she has a lid and a straw and I don't. Then she gives birth and dies. In the book, the whole entire time, well actually in the movie too, Jacob is with the Cullens throughout this whole process. He very rarely leaves. He left his pack and became an alpha because they wanted to kill, Sam's pack wanted to kill Bella because of whatever baby they're making. And it's not normal, so they wanted to kill her. Jacob was like, peace out, I'm not doing that. She's the love of my life. Y'all are psychopaths. I'm out of here. So then Jacob left the pack, and then Leah and Seth came with him, and they all protect and roam the Cullens' house to make sure that nobody attacks. And in the movie, there's an attack that happens where they try to fight, but Jacob imprinted on the child, which means now he is her lover or protector or whatever she needs. So anyway, Jacob will forever be focused on Renesmee. Now, that's the child's name. It's Renesmee. There was a fight that happened, in the movie over Renesmee, but it never happened in the book. So they added that for a little extra oomph, I guess. And my camera battery is about to die. That's nice. And yeah, so Bella dies, and they inject her with venom, and at the end of the movie, she opens her eyes, and they're red. She's a vampire. Okay, so now we're gonna do part 2, and let's just go ahead and get started. So for the first hunt, they find out that Bella has extreme self-control around blood. They don't know if it's the way she knew about it before she was human, or before she was vampire while she was human. It's kind of complicated. They don't really know how she has so much self-control, but she does. And she's able to control herself for the most part around human blood. She doesn't freak out like most newborn vampires would. Then she finds out that Jacob imprinted on Renesmee, and she gets super pissed off about it for like 2 seconds. And then they forget about it. I'm probably skipping a couple of parts here, but Jacob, Renesmee, and Bella are all out in the snow, and Renesmee is catching snowflakes. Oh, and behold, here comes Urena, and she sees all of them, and before Bella can tell her anything, it's like, hi, Urena pieces out, and she's gone. And then Alice sees the future, obviously, and she sees that the Volturi is after her family, and she doesn't really know why. And then they all put 2 and 2 together because Urena went to the Volturi and said that Edward and Bella had an immortal child, which basically is against Volturi's laws. Basically, turning a child into a vampire is highly illegal because they don't age, and they are very uncontrollable, and they kill a lot of people, which is why the Denali sisters, the Denali family's mother, died because of that, because the Volturi killed her, because she made immortal children. And so anyway, she went to the Volturi and told them that Bella and Edward had an immortal child, because that's all that she saw, basically, because Renesmee looked like an immortal child. And Renesmee grows extremely fast. I forgot to mention that. So she looked like a 4-year-old at this point. And so basically Urena just thought it was an immortal child, and it wasn't. So both the Volturi and the Cullens gather witnesses for themselves, because the Volturi is going to come and they're going to kill you. They're not going to try to talk to you and try to get an explanation out of you, because they already believe that you have an immortal child, and that's like highly illegal. So they wanted to gather enough witnesses to get the Volturi to stop and just listen to what they had to say. In the movie, there's a fake fight scene. I'm not going to get too into it, but it's Alice's vision. Basically, they added a vision into it, but in the book, there is no fight. It's kind of like low-key argumentative, and there's almost a fight, but not really. Alice has been gone throughout this whole time. After she saw the future, the first vision of the Volturi coming after them, she peaced out, and she went to go find her own witnesses, and she never came back. So, she's not with them when they first see the Volturi, and then Edward calls her out in the book, but she kind of just shows up in the movie, and she brings a key witness that is exactly like Renesmee, but he's full grown. I think he stopped aging at like 7 years old or something like that, and he's fully grown and whatnot, because they never really knew anything about Renesmee. She was a new creature, basically. And so what the Volturi was after them for, they were trying to find excuses to actually fight them. So one of the excuses was Renesmee is an unknown circumstance. They don't know what she's going to be in the future. They don't know if she can be around humans. So the whole point of Alice bringing in this guy that is exactly like Renesmee proves that Renesmee is not going to be a danger. Then there's no fight and everybody leaves, and that's it. They live into their forever. The end. That's literally all I have. That's all I got. We are done talking about Breaking Dawn. I hope everything I just said made sense. I was kind of rushing because my camera battery is about to die, and I'm really bad at explaining things in the first place, so yeah. But that's it. We're done talking about Breaking Dawn. Get excited for more videos next week. Y'all thought this was going to be the end of my Twilight series. Y'all thought wrong. I've got 2 more videos coming, and then obviously when I'm done reading Midnight Sun, that'll be another video. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm done. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.